Speaking of brand new, this
Yeah.
artist had a song called Brand New. You remember that song? Anything
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing brand new.
Mm-hmm.
Drake been in the news again lately, man, and sadly, it's not for his ability to make hit songs and shit. It's actually for his ability to go to the courtrooms and complain and shit. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
said that his his Canadian is starting to show.
Yeah, yo, this is out of control, man. Like, what's going on, man? Like all this over a rap beef?
So for
Like,
those
how we
for
get the
those who
lawyers and like y'all going
for
through a
those who
bad
don't
divorce?
know,
Like, what's going
if
on?
you've been living under a rock or you just been out of the loop when it comes to hip hop news, Kendrick Lamar and Drake had a battle last year. Consensus says Kendrick won. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Not too long after that, Drake filed a lawsuit against UMG. And and this is my thing, bro. Under the disguise as um, artists freedom or freeman. You know what I'm saying? Like under the disguise of doing something for, you know what I'm saying, the people that comes under you and shit. When you really just trying to get any type of information on the nigga that beat you for one. And for two,
Mm-hmm.
you're mad that the system that you use so well
Yeah.
has been used against you and you just can't fathom that shit happening for some reason.
That's what it looks like, unfortunately, and that's where it's kind of weird for me because it seems like it seems like Drake speaking from a place of facts. Like he feels like UMG is doing these things. They got it out for him basically. The
Right.
thing that I question, I mean, because we don't know, none of us really know. Obviously, the full all this stuff is just coming out, but it seems like he's very confident in these things. But it would just make me wonder, like, well, were you participating in said things, right?
Right.
Because it's just weird. It seems like all this is coming to the light because you lost the rap battle, right? Like he's like, I can't like what KG said about all this over a basketball
Over
game,
a basketball
ball
game.
game. Like goddamn, it's like like something. That's a part of the culture, man.
That's a fact.
It's gonna be those times when it's gonna be combative like that. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's usually someone's gonna be a winner, it's gonna be a loser. Like in most competitive things, it's like, and this is getting a little out of control, pre. Like,
Man, you ain't lying, bro. I don't see how anybody in hip hop can respect the moves that he's made since the battle has been over. I
mm-hmm,
don't look. I think everybody probably would understand that for the rest of their careers, they would probably throw shots at each other, whether it be subliminally or directly. They would probably do, you know what I'm saying, do this for the rest of their career. That just happens when you have that type of animosity for another person. We saw it happen with Ja Rule and 50 Cent to the point where these both of these guys are well into their 50s and still throwing shots at each other every chance they get. And shit. So if it's real animosity between each other, fans from our generation kind of understood that these guys is going to hate each other for the rest of their lives and shit. I think
mm-hmm,
what happens is these celebrities feed into their core fan bases, and a lot of their core fan bases is young and young
mm-hmm,
minded and
right,
shit. So it's like I have to get my lick back immediately. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And by any means necessary. And I think that his fans allowed him to believe that this was the right move to make, and he
Mm-hmm.
forgot what culture that he was making this move in for real.
Yeah, man. It's just I just hate sore losers like that, bro. Because unfortunately that's what it's
Yeah,
given. It's like, come
facts.
on, my man. Like, because where was all this energy when you was back to back on Meek Mill and all that? Like, we didn't hear
Fact.
none of this. Can you imagine if Meek Mill would have pulled a lawsuit move on Drake? You would
What?
have kicked that man. Like, you would have kept kicking him.
For
Like,
real?
it's so crazy. It's like
You'll be wearing that like a
lawsuit,
trophy. You'll be living off of that like
right?
a trophy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know
Like,
what I mean? And it's just the thing is like I just feel like today how hip hop is again is relatively new. It's about 50 years old.
right.
I just feel like hip hop is not generally obviously it's not the same as it's evolved, but it's evolved in a good way where like the space it's like it's split up into sectors now. I just feel Drake is great at what he does. I just don't think he belongs in this sector. Like he's not a guy who I think is for the competitive part of hip hop. Like he fits to me with guys like Pitbull and Flow Rider. Like he's a song guy.
No
No,
doubt.
he's a pop. You're not
He
there
was an
for
entertainer.
the yeah. You're not here for the what I mean the lyrical sparring back and forth, man. I mean,
Right.
let's keep it a buck. He's 1-2 right
And
now.
the
It's like
issue is we respected you uh for that. You know what I'm saying? For the fact that you got in the
mm,
ring and you sparred and you went back and forth.
right,
It's everything you did afterwards that made you lose respect in a lot of people's minds.
real talk.
It's so funny because we look back at all this shit in retrospect, and one of the things that get talked about the least amount is J. Cole apologizing now because that shit is compared to everything that had happened since. It's like that shit don't even matter no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like we got to stop. You've been saying this, and but we gonna have to give credit to Styles P because that's where it's at. That
Yeah,
we got to stop changing trying to change the fucking rules to this game we call hip hop and shit, especially when you're not truly of it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So like you was just saying, like it was an interview. I forgot what interview it was, but Styles P basically loosely said something along the lines of, and he was kind of speaking somewhat it seemed like about Drake. And he was just saying, how again how talented like because regardless of what's going, I mean, as far as musically, we're not going to sit here and deny that Drake is talented. He has
No
obviously
doubt.
a gift, but like you said, no, but hip hop is a culture, is an art form that comes from a competitive place, man. It's from the inner cities, and we
Facts.
do things. It's competition, and it's like he basically said, we love what you do. You're a big artist. You up there, you at the top. We love what you do up there, but you can't dictate the rules, and nobody's above this. Basically the system. No,
No, that's a fact.
nobody's above the program. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, you wait. This is it's like from the Old Testament of hip hop, man. This is how the disputes are handled. You know what I mean? In that arena, and you can't be now. You're literally out here trying to gentrify the culture, and even that arena. It's like, listen, Ja Rule and 50 have real beef. You ain't ever see nobody have a lawsuit.
Real life beef
They
where
have
people
real
actually
life
got in physical
issues.
altercations and shit.
Yeah, and ain't nobody ever got a lawsuit. It's like, what the hell? You and that man ain't had no physical altercations. Y'all don't know each other. Y'all ain't had. You know what I mean? It's really over some music stuff, and it's like, how do we get the lawsuits, bro? And let's be honest, he may feel like, oh well, I'm not this. He said this thing that's not true about me, but
Right,
you might have said things about him that wasn't true.
right,
It's just I feel like he got the best of him, being Kendrick getting the best of Drake.
right,
I mean, no different than Pusha getting the best of Drake, and you got the best of Meek Mill. I mean,
right.
that's just how the cookie crumbles, man. You got to be saying, you are in victory. You got to be in defeat, man.
And the
Like that's
difference
just
is
life.
I said it plenty of times. The difference between you know what I'm saying, you losing to Pusha T
Mm-hmm.
and losing to Kendrick is motherfuckers can't dance to Story of Adidon. Motherfuckers ain't gonna be playing Story of Adidon at the Super Bowl. motherfuckers,
Real
motherfuckers ain't gonna
talk.
be playing Story of Adidon in nightclubs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you hear
No.
that everywhere, and it's eating at him. No matter how much he would like to play that unbothered role,
Oh no,
you know what
he's
I'm
very
saying?
bothered.
He looked like a supervillain that's extremely bothered. You know what I'm saying?